This is the first time since the World Cup when we had a good amount of time to work together. So, I think we were able to identify some things we want to work on, finding a better tempo with the ball, some of our movement. I think there were stretches for sure against Poland when we did that quite well. And like I said, I think we saw more of that in the second half tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the amount of midfielders we have available and the different formations that are possible with that, and we played a different formation in the first half as in the second, and it's important to, as we keep trying new things, and because we know in a 4-4-2 we're a good team.
When I talk about things to work on, I mean, I think I gave an example before. If we choose to play where we line our midfield up in some different configuration, the way those players move for each other to create angles and options, so that as we start to play out of the back, we've got people already in places so that the flow of the game, the tempo of the game can be good.
Tactically we worked on how we were going to play, a version of like 4-1-4-1. We worked a little bit on that yesterday, and so I think as we go forward, it's good to be able to have a little bit of flexibility as far as tactically what we want to do.
In this first half of this game, just a little bit of miscommunication, and just it being a new system for us. It's kind of, like I said, it's going to be a learning process. But I think over time, if we were to work on that system, I think we could do well with it. But today wasn't the best day for us.
They were hitting us on the counter. That's when that's where they were getting their success from. But we were still able to get in the holes, get in the pockets, and find a few passes here and there. And we created a few chances, not many, but maybe we could have scored on one of those. But at the end of the day, we're happy with the result in the sense that we got the shutout. So we got to look forward to the next game.
I mean, I think in the second half tonight, there were a number of times when, as we started to flow, Clint had come inside and we were able to play through their team to Clint in a position now where he's running at people. But now the next step in this whole thing is what kind of movement happens between the players who are now in front of Clint. Okay, so can you take a play that as you started to play out of the back, and now you've put a 2 or 3 pass sequence together, and now you've played by a good part of their team. In that moment, your ability now to get the timing and the running and the moves so that the play then can continue and add to something.
It's a balance, because it's easy for everybody to, it's easy for everybody to look from afar and say, spread out, That's like a very cliche thing to say, but you also want to be connected to one another. You want to be able to be able to find each other in different pockets, in different angles. And so, there's a lot of good that still comes from being connected with each other and being able to play quickly 1-2 touch and get out of spaces. So, obviously it's finding a balance between, the spacing, between playing 1 touch, 2 touch. And so, like I said, I think certainly something to take with us as we move forward.
Obviously, it's a joy. Probably everyone that gets their first cap. I got these, I don't know if you can see on the camera, some signed shirt and a signed ball from all the players, so it's good. It makes me happy. You can see my smile.